Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. You beloveds of the Guru must be recalling that in my last post I had started discussing the high posts which had been held at any point of time by the Sikhs. I had mentioned two aspects. Firstly, the high posts held by them, despite the fact that they were the smallest minority in the country and in the world also. And secondly, the posts which were held by them as the first Indian or the first Asians. So, discussing the first aspect, I had mentioned some names, particularly the name of Dr. Manmohan Singh. His name has to be repeated again because he is the only person in the Indian history who was the most educated, who was not only the most educated prime minister, but a very pious person, very soft-spoken. The opposition people used to say that he speaks less, but he held many press conferences. He was always there to apprise the people of India about anything, about all the events, about whatever he had done in a foreign country. It may be true that as Prime Minister, you may find faults with him, but as a human being, he was among the most perfect persons we had. So that was a personality, and he had earned this personality by merit. He had held so many positions earlier also, and in any of these posts, he had done a wonderful job. Then I had mentioned, then I will like to mention the name of Sir Baldev Singh. Sir Baldev Singh was a person who had fought against the British in the course of independence struggle, and then he was made the member of Constituent Assembly also. And as the country became independent, the defense position was very weak at that time. He was made the first defense minister of India. Though Dr. Baldev Singh was the first defense minister of India, and he did a wonderful job in strengthening the position of our defense. We also had ministers like Swaran Singh. Swaran Singh was not the first man to hold the position of a minister, but he had a record that he held the ministry for the longest period continuously. We must say that Jagjeevan Ramji was the person who had held the position, who was minister for the longest period, but Swaran Singh had the record that he was minister for the longest period in continuity. So that was his record. We also had other ministers like Bhutta Singh, who also held ministry for a long time. And both of these persons had different ministry, very important ministry like railways, external affairs, even home minister by Bhutta Singh was there. So many ministries were held by them. And it was, so were other departments are concerned, judiciary or army, or I had already mentioned while discussing their position that how they were the first person. For example, Arjun Singh, he was the third air chief of India, but he was the first person to be made marshal. And that 5-star title was given to him, and it has not been given even till today to any other person. Then, in foreign countries also, there are many positions which have been held by the Sikhs as first Indian or Asian. For example, I had mentioned last time the opposition party leadership. No Indian or no other foreign person in a foreign country could become the leader of opposition except these two persons which were mentioned by me last time. That opposition party was led by a Sikh in Australia as well as in Canada. It is interesting to note that never before any person from outside the country was made the defense minister of a country. Sir Harjit Singh Sajjan became the defense minister of Canada. He was the first Indian or Asian to hold this post. Defense ministry is a very important charge, and that was entrusted to him. It was that time when a large number of Sikhs were ministers in the cabinet of Canada when Trudeau was the prime minister of that country. Further, it's not only in the politics that Sikhs had become very prominent in other countries also and had the important position like that of mayors, like that of ministers, members of parliament, etc. In other fields also, for example, in judiciary is a very important field. We have a very important name, and that is Justice Mota Singh. He was the first Asian to become the judge in a court in England, in UK. Justice Mota Singh not only became the first Asian or Indian to become the judge there, but he got prominence with this designation as he did a wonderful job and was very well known in the respective field. Last but not the least, I would like to mention the name of the present president of the World Bank. We know that Ajaypal Singh Banga, the first Indian or the first Asian rather to become the president of this world prestigious World Bank. So that is also very important to note that a Sikh holding such a post is really unique in this respect. Before I close, I would like to request you all that you kindly like these posts, although I give very small posts, and I know that I cannot mention all the names, but I just mention such names to make you aware of the fact that Sikhs are holding very prominent position and a rather unique position and doing unique works in many fields, and that is very important to note. I would request you to go liking my posts and subscribing to this channel, Uniqueness of Sikhism. Thank you very much.